Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Appearing to be as specified, usually used as combining forms. Left their clothes dirty looking. The act of directing the eyes toward something and perceiving it visually. He gave it a good looking at. The act of searching visually. Appearing to be as specified, usually used as combining forms. Fine-sounding phrases. A measure of the depth of water taken with a sounding line. Having volume or deepness. Sounding brass and a tinkling cymbal. Making or having a sound as specified, used as a combining form. Harsh sounding. The act of measuring depth of water, usually with a sounding line. Take charge of or deal with. The general atmosphere of a place or situation and the effect that it has on people. Have faith or confidence in. Give a certain impression or have a certain outward aspect. This project looks fishy. Look forward to the probable occurrence of. She is looking to a promotion. The feelings expressed on a person's face. A look of triumph. Be oriented in a certain direction, often with respect to another reference point, be opposite to. The house looks north. Search or seek. We looked all day and finally found the child in the forest. The act of directing the eyes toward something and perceiving it visually. He went out to have a look. Accord in appearance with. You don't look your age. Convey by one's expression. She looked her devotion to me. Have a certain outward or facial expression. How does she look? Perceive with attention. Direct one's gaze towards. She looked over the expanse of land. Physical appearance. I don't like the looks of this place. The act of directing the eyes toward something and perceiving it visually. He gave it a good looking at. The act of searching visually. Hasty and without attention to detail, not thorough. In his paper, he showed a very superficial understanding of psychoanalytic theory. Of little substance or significance. A few superficial editorial changes. Concerned with or comprehending only what is apparent or obvious, not deep or penetrating emotionally or intellectually. Superficial similarities. Occurring on or near the surface of the skin. Superficial burns. Of, affecting, or being on or near the surface. Superficial measurements. Becoming aware of something via the senses. The representation of what is perceived. Basic component in the formation of a concept. A way of conceiving something. Luther had a new perception of the Bible. Knowledge gained by perceiving. A man admired for the depth of his perception. The process of perceiving. Becoming aware of something via the senses. The perception that something has occurred or some state exists. An association of huntsmen who hunt for sport. The activity of looking thoroughly in order to find something or someone. United States architect, 1827 to 1895. The work of finding and killing or capturing animals for food or pelts. Pursue or chase relentlessly. The hunters trace the deer into the woods. British writer who defended the Romanticism of Keats and Shelley, 1784 to 1859. The pursuit and killing or capture of wild animals regarded as a sport. Englishman and pre-Raphaelite painter, 1827 to 1910. Pursue for food or sport, as of wild animals. Goering often hunted wild boars in Poland. An instance of searching for something. The hunt for submarines. Chase away, as with force. They hunted the unwanted immigrants out of the neighborhood. Oscillate about a desired speed, position, or state to an undesirable extent. The oscillator hunts about the correct frequency. Search, an area, for prey. The king used to hunt these forests. Seek, search for. She hunted for her reading glasses but was unable to locate them. Yaw back and forth about a flight path. The activity of looking thoroughly in order to find something or someone. The work of finding and killing or capturing animals for food or pelts. The pursuit and killing or capture of wild animals regarded as a sport. Inquire into. The students had to research the history of the Second World War for their history project. An operation that determines whether one or more of a set of items has a specified property. The activity of looking thoroughly in order to find something or someone. Search or seek. Try to locate or discover, or try to establish the existence of. The police are searching for clues. An investigation seeking answers. A thorough search of the ledgers revealed nothing. Boarding and inspecting a ship on the high seas. Right of search. Subject to a search. The police searched the suspect. The examination of alternative hypotheses. His search for a move that would avoid checkmate was unsuccessful. A look that is believed to have the power of inflicting harm. A quick look. A brief or incomplete view. From the window he could catch a glimpse of the lake. A vague indication. He caught only a glimpse of the professor's meaning. Catch a glimpse of or see briefly. We glimpsed the Queen as she got into her limousine. The act of looking or seeing or observing. He tried to get a better view of it. See or watch. View a show on television. Graphic art consisting of the graphic or photographic representation of a visual percept. Figure 2 shows photographic and schematic views of the equipment. Look at carefully, study mentally. View a problem. A way of regarding situations or topics, etc. Consider what follows from the positivist view. The range of the eye. They were soon out of view. A personal belief or judgment that is not founded on proof or certainty. The visual percept of a region. The most desirable feature of the park are the beautiful views. A message expressing a belief about something. The expression of a belief that is held with confidence but not substantiated by positive knowledge or proof. Deem to be. She views this quite differently from me. The range of interest or activity that can be anticipated. Outward appearance. They look the same in outward view. Purpose. The phrase, with a view to, means, with the intention of, or, for the purpose of. He took the computer with a view to pawning it. The act of observing. Taking a patient look. Throw a glance at. Take a brief look at. She only glanced at the paper. A quick look. Hit at an angle. A person employed to keep watch for some anticipated event. The act of looking out. An elevated post affording a wide view. A structure commanding a wide view of its surroundings. Conformity with law or custom or practice, etc. The act of noticing or paying attention. A formal event performed on a special occasion. The act of observing. Taking a patient look. The act of noticing or paying attention. The act of observing. Taking a patient look. A remark expressing careful consideration. Facts learned by observing. He reported his observations to the mayor. The act of making and recording a measurement. A habitual or characteristic mental attitude that determines how you will interpret and respond to situations. Belief about, or mental picture of, the future. The act of looking out. A secret look. Throw a glance at. Take a brief look at. I only peeked. I didn't see anything interesting. A secret look. The short, weak cry of a young bird. Make high-pitched sounds. Appear as though from hiding. The new moon peeped through the treetops. Cause to appear. He peeped his head through the window. Look furtively. He peeped at the woman through the window. Speak in a hesitant and high-pitched tone of voice. A quick look. Going about to look at places of interest. The act of examining something closely, as for mistakes. A prolonged intense look. British slang for a look. The ability to see, the visual faculty. The act of looking or seeing or observing. The range of vision. Out of sight of land. Often followed by, of, a large number or amount or extent. Catch sight of. To perceive with the eyes. He caught sight of the king's men coming over the ridge. An instance of visual perception. The sight of his wife brought him back to reality. Anything that is seen. He was a familiar sight on the television. A range of mental vision. In his sight she could do no wrong. Take aim by looking through the sights of a gun, or other device. Going about to look at places of interest. Used especially of glances, directed to one side with or as if with doubt or suspicion or envy. Abnormal alignment of one or both eyes. Cross one's eyes as if in strabismus. The children squinted so as to scare each other. Be cross-eyed. Have a squint or strabismus. Partly close one's eyes, as when hit by direct blinding light. The driver squinted as the sun hit his windshield. The act of squinting, looking with the eyes partly closed. Look at with fixed eyes. The students stared at the teacher with amazement. A fixed look with eyes open wide. Fixate one's eyes. Short descriptive summary of events. The act of looking or seeing or observing. His survey of the battlefield was limited. Consider in a comprehensive way. Hold a review of troops. A detailed critical inspection. Keep under surveillance. Look over carefully or inspect. He surveyed his new classmates. Make a survey of, for statistical purposes. Plot a map of, land.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.